Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I am Boomer Marshall. I'll be on the call tonight alongside Caleb Franklin. He'll be the man in charge of the video. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Tonight, we have the visiting challengers of Cascade Christian High School taking on the home team, your St. Mary's Crusaders, in a Far West League showdown, also a crosstown rivalry showdown. That'll see these two take the field, or the pitch rather, against one another for the second time this year, as St. Mary's able to get the first W against the challengers earlier in the year as they won 7-0. Cascade Christian coming into this contest trying to make this one a little bit more competitive. Coach McCoy and their staff over there at Cascade Christian thinks that, small steps and trying to, get a control of what Coach Isa Tia Tutu has done at St. Mary's with all those stellar players, makes for a tough matchup today, and maybe the challengers will know what they have in front of them today, not the unknown, so to say. So looking for a quality matchup between these two today in this Far West League showdown. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with St. Mary's High School and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sports Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find Southern Oregon's Sports Spotlight, Athlete of the Week, Pick'em contests, and blogs from our broadcast teams. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have soccer for you. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, welcome to St. Mary's School.
I'm Alea, a junior.
And I'm Corin, a senior.
And we wanted to give you a quick tour of our amazing school. Come on!
St. Mary's is on the cutting edge of education, developing dynamic thinkers and lifelong learners.
Our teachers are passionate, our facilities are high-tech, and the open environment encourages critical thinking.
Our robotics lab is better than that of most colleges.
In fact, we've competed on the global scale. We've been to the World Championships not once, but 4 times.
These robots are going to take over the world.
No, but St. Mary's will.
Albert Einstein once said, the only thing you absolutely need to know is the location of the library.
And ours covers 5,000 square feet, housing over 12,000 titles. We even have 767 books from our Confucius Classroom Hanban organization.
It's where our dynamic thinkers come to read, study, or just chill for a little while.
This is our middle school, where it all starts.
Let's go check it out. The 5th grade. I haven't been here since, the 5th grade.
Since St. Mary's has 5th through 12th grades, we recognize that it's important for the lower grades to have their own unique experience.
I miss the 5th grade.
Yeah, simpler times. What is the most important thing to any student, anytime, anywhere? Food.
And boy, do we have it. With a full restaurant-style kitchen, we aren't just serving PB&Js.
We have a bunch of healthy options, including vegetarian and gluten-free stuff.
We even have fries.
That's a breadstick. And what do we do on Friday nights?
We study.
No.
We go to the library.
Really?
We appreciate the patience of our wonderful teachers.
We'll be doing what millions of other students across the country will be doing. Football! We fly that blue and white every Friday night. Let's go Crusaders, let's go! Let's go Crusaders, let's go!
At St. Mary's, we're not just a bunch of brainiacs. We're the 7-time winners of the OSIA Oregonian Cup.
We compete in 19 different sports, including football, soccer, tennis, cross country, track and field, archery, and so much more.
I mean, we have an 8-lane all-weather track and 5 acres of athletic fields.
So yeah, we take our sports pretty seriously. This is our chapel, based on the architecture of the Gallo Placidia in Ravenna, Italy.
And the 4 arms of this chapel are thematic and represent the 4 stages in growth and faith. I know stuff.
We like to think globally here at St. Mary's.
Not only do we travel to other countries,
We invite international students from all over the world to come stay and learn with us.
our beautiful dorm is right here on campus and features spacious two-person rooms, a full kitchen, a huge common area for watching TV, playing ping pong, or just hanging out with other international students. One of the best things about St. Mary's is that we only have about 500 students.
Which means that the student-to-teacher ratio is about 10 to 1.
It also means we have 500 awesome friends.
We approach scheduling a little differently here at St. Mary's.
That's because we use the mod system. It gives us over 300 courses to choose from.
And it gives us the flexibility to make up our own unique schedule. And the term only lasts 26 days, giving us a school year full of classes we want to take. So what does this all mean for you?
Well, we found just the guy to answer that. Our principal, Mr. Meyer.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Well, what this means for you guys is you have a school that really cares about where you're going and your future. We have 100% college acceptance rate. We've got extensive AP classes. And you guys have a faculty who really cares for you and really wants to see you do well with your lives.
so it's like a GPS, but for our futures.
Yes, it is, but kind of without the robot voice there, Corin.
St. Mary's School is more than just a campus, cafeteria, or classrooms.
St. Mary's is a home where you'll begin to find your true place in the world.
This is where your journey begins. And from here,
Well, that's up to you.
Well, welcome back here as both teams break, and we'll take the field. St. Mary's in their home blue. Cascade Christian, the challengers, in their away white. Fans, make sure to check out the John L. Scott scoreboard up in your left-hand corner. Thank you to John L. Scott and all that they do here for Table Rock Sports, bringing families together that cannot be here, distant relatives that now have an opportunity to watch the game. John L. Scott, one of our title sponsors, and sponsoring our scoreboard. Thank you to them and all that they've done for the community, for the kids, and for you at home, the viewer. Ought to be an interesting matchup today. Kind of got the inside scoop from assistant coach Jim McCoy on this Challengers team. It's the first time we've called Cascade Christian the boys thus far this year. Cody Reese will start. David Flores Hernandez, who's a exchange student from Nicaragua. Johnny McCoy plays center back, so he's a defensive guy you'd think, right? Wrong. 9 goals, leads the Challengers on the season. Johnny, the son of assistant coach Jim McCoy, who kind of gave me the lowdown. Cody Havner will start, the junior at left mid. At right back will be Justin Fairbanks. At center mid will be Ryan Crowell. Seth Thomas will get the start. At left back, at forward will be Kai Koster. And at center back will be Dominic Lewis. Hunter Holderman in net for the Crusaders. He'll power one out to midfield. Cascade will look to control on the touch. This group led by the likes of Milan Bobek, Nate Sternenberg, Will Cranenberg. A couple of youngsters coming on too, the Coop. Cooper Hopkins. The younger Bobek, Roddick. Noah Stillwell's in the mix a lot. Reitman in the mix a lot. Cascade looking to build from the back. As Coach McCoy said, they're probably going to try to hunker down and try to keep this ball game or this soccer match as close as they can early. Apply some actual game pressure on St. Mary's. It's going to be swung up there to Luke Benyon. Makes a touch to Cooper Hopkins. Bobek. There's a beautiful ball. And there's a cross. Good job there by the challengers. Up to the test. Nice little touch and a spin out. Having a tough time seeing these Cascade numbers. That was David Flores Hernandez, the exchange student from Nicaragua, with a nice little touch spin and got some separation. Here's a throw in from Benyon. Hopkins on the run. Good defense there by the challengers, up to the task. 16 for St. Mary's. Coy Tran getting a start here for the Crusaders. And the challengers will clear. Out comes Hunter Holderman. Milan looks to control. Sends it out wide to Bobek. He's going to play that into the box. That's going to roll all the way to the keeper, Caleb Knight, the 5'10" junior. And he will power one out past midfield as St. Mary's tries to get organized and get something going offensively. And Will Cranenberg takes it away there at midfield, searching, scanning. He's going to play a nice ball there to the younger Bobek. Roddick is going to go to his right, look for a little separation. He'll stop there, try to bring it back, goes around the defender, and tries to play that cross. Good defense there by the challengers, but Crusaders are going to come out of it with a corner kick. And they've been so good all year on these set pieces. Coach Issa Tia Tutu has these guys well schooled up, whether it's a near post, far post. He's got guys that finish. This one's going to go to the far post. Cranenberg trying to circle back behind it. It's going to send it back out wide to Roddick. There's a good pass to the Coop, but a good job there defensively from Cascade. Looked like maybe Justin Fairbanks, maybe Johnny McCoy. Tough to see those numbers from up here. I'll get the hang of it, and yes, it was. It was Justin Fairbanks. St. Mary's with a nice touch there. Cranenberg. Bobek and Cranenberg in the midfield, kind of the straws that stir the drink for this St. Mary's group. Roddick chases it down. That's going to go off the side of a challenger's foot. Milan, the pass that's behind him, trying to dig it out. Good job there by the challengers, and they try to make a move there. That was Johnny McCoy, kind of do-it-all player for this challengers team. McCoy to play it in here on the free kick. Lefty. Deep down in the Crusaders' end. Cascade had an opportunity there. Good job by Benyon to clear it out. Sir? 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 Is there any way I could... We got camera... Thank you. Sorry. Everybody has their umbrellas out as it's raining here at U.S. Cellular Park. Seth Thomas to throw it in for the challengers. And is that Luke Benyon? Looks to be down here for the Crusaders. Hopefully Luke's okay. We're going to take a quick break with him here. We'll be right back after this quick word from St. Mary's High School. And we're back here. Live action. Hopkins giving chase. Dominic Lewis back for the challengers. He's going to play it to the keeper, who plays it back to McCoy. Makes a little dribble move with his left foot. Accelerates past one. He'll play it forward. Good looking ball there. Cody Reese trying to gain control. There's a nice through ball. Reese trying to track it down in the corner. He's able to get there. Can he get it out? That's going to go off of St. Mary's leg, and Cascade's going to have their first corner. So an opportunity here early for the challengers with a set piece. And if you're St. Mary's, you got to mark number 7. Got to know where 7's at. Johnny McCoy, big boy out there. That's going to go near post. And it bounces there. Holderman there, though. And there's a good little basketball phrase, outlet pass. Roddick trying to chase it down. Cranenberg steps in front. And there's a beautiful ball. Tran hustling. McCoy's not going to be able to get there, though. That's going to be a throw-in for the challengers. Good idea there, though, by Will Cranenberg. McCoy controls on the touch. He's going to play it back to Caleb Knight, who tries to clear. Hustling to it there is Brandon Parker. He's going to go to Kai Coster. Drop it back to McCoy. He's going to dribble right, dribble right. There's a ball that kind of deflects. Ooh, and there's a brilliant ball. No flag up. Cascade here with an opportunity. Good job there by the St. Mary's defense, able to converge and stop the threat. Andrew Reitman and Noah Stillwell able to converge on that beautiful through ball there from the challengers. And so if you're Cascade Christian, this is a pretty good start so far. Dominic Lewis back. He's going to play it forward. Well, it's at least to the midfield. Cranenberg tries to take it away there. Hustling is Cody Reese. St. Mary's will be happy to play it out there. That's going to bring up a challenger throw-in. No score here early in the first half. St. Mary's ranked 5th in the latest power rankings. Cascade Christian ranked 24th. St. Mary's looking to clear. Cooper Hopkins with a touch outside. Roddick Bobeck is going to play something into the middle. McCoy clears. It was Cody Havner. It's going to bounce back now to David. Good play there from Stillwell. Holderman comes out. Scoops up the trash. He's going to throw it out here wide to Spencer Koppel. Koppel to Charlie. Cascade comes up with it. They look to clear. Cascade's doing a nice job of applying pressure and making it difficult so far on St. Mary's. Credit to head coach Ralph Van Delden and his staff. More importantly, the kids out there executing the game plan. Remember, this is a team that fell to St. Mary's earlier in the year, 7-0. No, that's not a football score. That's soccer. So coming in, maybe a little overconfidence from this Crusader bunch, and maybe a little chip on the shoulder from Cascade Christian. Milan Bobeck with a beautiful ball there. Tran chasing. Kind of in no man's land for the keeper, and Cascade Christian is able to kick it out. Try to set their defense up. A 2-man official crew here today. Nice little touch there from Cranenberg. That's going to go out off of a Cascade defender. Let's see if I can catch a number on that. Is that 11? 13, it looked like. Seth Thomas. Bobeck takes it away. There's a little chip ball that almost got through. Good idea there from Milan. Crusaders will drop it back. Stillwell. Cascade will take possession. Trying to get it out wide, able to do so. There's a beautiful ball there, but Andrew Reitman is there to clear. So the challengers will have a throw-in. Throw it in there to Cody Reese, but Crusaders gain possession. The older Bobek takes it away from his little brother, and he's going to throw it right, or kick it right back to him. But Cascade up to the challenge. Milan goes around one. Looks for Coy Tran out in front of the defense. And that's going to go out. It'll be a goal kick for Cascade Christian. Good ball there from Bobek. Haven't seen Sternenberg yet, so it makes you think is maybe he's sick or hopefully he's okay. Gonna bounce once there. Kai Koster. Cranenberg. Xavier. Cascade takes over there. Has an opportunity here with some numbers. Koppel. And Cascade almost steps in front. Will go out off a challenger defender, who is now hustling back on D. Cranenberg to Bobek. Back to Cranenberg. It is a little wet out here today, so that can play a factor as well. Johnny McCoy. He's going to play one out in front. Challengers hustling. Hustling. Have a chance. Hunter Holderman there, though. And the Challengers had a chance to get on the board there and take a 1-0 lead. Good job, Hunter Holderman, coming out and gathering the ball and fielding position well. St. Mary's looking to try to build something now. Cascade able to take it away. And there is the whistle. It's a late one, but I think it's the right one. That'll be a free kick for the Cascade Christian Challengers. No score here. Early, maybe about 15 minutes in. Johnny McCoy is going to play it in from about the 35.5-yard line, so about 45.5 yards away. Kind of a little chip floater in front. Hustling is Xavier. And good game hustle there as Cascade ultimately plays it out. St. Mary's to throw in. Bobek controls, back to Xavier. Back there to Stillwell. Dominic. Noah steps in front. Tries to play it out wide on the quick touch. Cascade's going to chase it down. There's a nice touch there by Cody Havner. Cranenberg, Coy Tran. Koppel tries to go through a defender's legs. Cody Havner had none of it. How about that? Little play on words. Havner leaps in the air. Cranenberg controls. Is he able to keep it in? No, he isn't. So Cascade Christian now with a throw-in. And it looks like we have our first sub of the game. David Flores Hernandez, the transfer exchange student from Nicaragua, will come out. At number 1. Looks like it. Tyler Havner, the freshman. Cooper Hopkins. Doug Coop. Throws it in for St. Mary's. Milan Bobek. Oh, nice little touch there from Cranenberg to his right. Shot on goal. Save there. Beautiful job by the challenger keeper. Up to the challenge. Cranenberg fired one of those bombs off his right boot. Caleb Knight did a good job to stay in front. Cranenberg. Nice little touch there to Bobek. Bobek will spin out of it. Has the ball. Beautiful little chip shot. Tran kind of stumbles down there. Cascade looks to clear. Now it looked like it bounced right off of Koppel's toe. And does. So Cascade Christian will have a throw-in. Cody Havner to cue it in for the challengers. Goes back to McCoy. McCoy quickly there to Seth Thomas. Thomas to Dominic. McCoy looking to clear with a little pressure mounting. Cranenberg to his right. He'll send it out wide to Xavier. Cranenberg will dribbles to his right. And we'll stop there. Drop it back to Reitman. The younger Havner's head got in the way of that one. Bobek, dangerous whenever he has his foot on it, inside of about 30. Looking for space, will go to his right. Create some there. Shot on just wide. Milan Bobek. But man, is he dangerous. Opposing parents, opposing coaches, opposing players, when he gets it and gets space, anywhere from about inside 30 yards, you're holding your breath. He's so deceptive, too. He just kind of lulls you to sleep with his change of pace. And really is a tough cover. And now we see Nate Sternenberg checking in for the first time here for the Crusaders. I don't know if Nate's the leading scorer, but he's got to be close. He's one of the top 2 or 3. Good job there by the younger Havner. And Tyler, just the freshman. Bobek giving chase. McCoy giving chase. Milan gets to it. He's got some room. Shot on. Another beautiful save there from Caleb Knight. Junior goalkeeper. That one had to sting. Bobek put a charge into it, but still 0-0. Will Cranenberg up in the air. A beautiful header, but Cascade looks to clear. Bobek with a quick little touch to Cranenberg. Will drop back to Dominic. Left foot tries to clear it. Bobek with a beautiful header. Sternenberg. This guy is big, strong, fast. Cranenberg goes around a defender. He'll send it out wide for Xavier and try to get across, but unable to do so. I always get Xavier and Quinn Chivers mixed up. I think that's Xavier. Or Javi. Xavi. McCoy to play it. Cranenberg steps in front. Cranenberg. Bobek. Javi chasing. Unable to track it down. Goal kick coming up for the challengers. So through about 20 minutes or so of play here in the first half, I would say the challengers so far up to the task. Like Coach McCoy talked to me a little bit beforehand about, we just got to try to anchor down there defensively and not trying to get our guys forward too much, just trying to keep it a close match for as long as possible. Ooh, a nice little touch there from Cooper Hopkins. Free kick now, Bobek. Was looking to line it up early there. He can score from this kind of range. He's just going to play a chip shot, far post. Header off the post. And Cascade's happy to clear, and that's going to bring up a corner kick for the Crusaders. Sternenberg, near post. It's a collision in front of the net. That's going to go against Bobek. Official's going to have a quick word with him. Thought he might card him for a second. Cooler heads prevail. And a goal kick. Johnny McCoy going to put it in play for the challengers. That's going to go out off of a Crusader player. Ooh, nice little play there from the older Havner. St. Mary's now takes possession. Cranenberg goes around one defender. Now he'll drop it to Bobek. Bobek's going to go right back to Cranenberg. Cranenberg with some room. Surveying. Bobek going to play a little chip shot back to Cranenberg. Left foot. Shot on. Knight there. And the rebound goes wide from Benyon. Caleb Knight at it again. Good offense there from the Crusaders. It looked like Benyon had a chance on the rebound. But all for naught. Cascade Christian keeps the lid on the goal there for the Crusaders so far. And through about 24 minutes or so, all tied up 0-0. Why that's important? Cascade played St. Mary's a couple weeks ago. Cascade lost 7-0. So hanging with them now 0-0 is really a tribute to the kids. Caleb Knight in goal. The defense that's being played by this challenger team. The coaching, everything around. The only difference I would say maybe in a 7-0 game and a 0-0 game at this point is St. Mary's just hasn't finished. So Bobek now in striking range right here. Approach. Knight there again as he traps it in between both of his knees. Caleb Knight has been outstanding. Use a hockey reference, between the pipes. And the Crusaders will drop it back to Hunter Holderman. He'll play it out. Cranenberg with a nice little header there. Cascade looking to gain possession, maybe trying to look to get something going offensively. Bobek with a beautiful ball to Coop, who sends it out wide to Benyon. Beautiful touch there. Benyon with the left foot. Cascade Christian, though, up to the challenge. And will ultimately clear. Throw-in coming up for the Crusaders. Throw in Sternenberg, little alley-oop play. Knight there, fighting one of his own teammates. Caleb Knight boots it. Hustling was Reese. Bobek to Cooper. Benyon hustling down that near sideline. Here comes the ball out. Bobek chasing after it. Cascade tries to clear right to Tran, though. Coy with a little cross there. Bobek trying to get up and control. Bobeck out-duels McCoy there. Comes up with the ball. Looking for space. Cranenberg. Surveying. Going to try to drop it back to Cooper, but Cascade is there. Johnny McCoy. Dribbling. Bobeck kicks it away. The challengers will have a throw-in. Here with about 27 minutes, give or take, so far into the first half. Still no score on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Checking into the match, number 6, JT Knobloch Scott. JT also the place kicker for the football team. Just a freshman. So not only are you going to watch him out here on the soccer pitch, but also Friday nights. Doing a good job there from Havner, and this guy's got some serious wheels out in front of the defense here. Opportunity to put Cascade up. Holderman with a huge save. ×2. As it ricocheted. Holderman made a great save. It ricocheted off of St. Mary's defender. It looked like they were going to score a goal on themselves. Holderman ×2. Fully extended. Keeps this all tied up at 0-0. Great effort there by the keeper, Hunter Holderman. Outstanding job by both keepers in this match so far. Luke Benyon is going to go to Bobeck. Bobeck points. And it's going to go over the head of the defense. Xavier. The cross there. Coy Tran tracks it down. Dribbles through one defender. No whistle. Official says play on. McCoy looks to clear. Kind of a high boot there from Knobloch Scott. Bobeck, kind of a little low ground ball there, and it goes wide. Johnny McCoy to play it in for the challengers. Try to punch it out wide. Good job there by Reese. Knobloch Scott on his right. JT. Bobeck, little chip shot to a streaking Sternenberg out in front of the defense. And it looks like this is going to be a corner kick here for the Crusaders. Sternenberg will play it in. There's a header that almost finds the back of the upper left-hand corner. Still no score. Lids on both nets provided by the keepers in Knight and Holderman. An outstanding match so far here, about a half hour into the first half. No score here live at U.S. Cellular Park. Cooper. Tran with a little touch. Now Bobeck will switch and go out wide. Milan surveying. There's a little lefty cross. Nobody home there for the Crusaders. Cooper gets his head on it, but Knight there again. He's going to lunge one out to the Reitman. Took it away. Sternenberg looking for Bobeck, but challengers are there. Bobeck fighting to get it back. Benyon tries to chip one in there. Bobeck, ooh, nice little move there. Tries to get his right boot on it. Looked like it ricocheted off a Cascade player. They're going to be content to clear. Go out for a corner kick. Coming up for the Crusaders. I'm sorry, if you lose to a team 7-0, you come out in the next 30, 32 minutes and play them score or play even with them, that right there, it's already a win for Cascade. Here comes the corner. Cascade's going to clear. There's one that's kind of popped up. Cooper had a swing with the foot. Then Bobek had a swing with his left. Cascade looking to clear. Good little header there. Looks like Charlie's going to be called for the push. Rainy night here in Medford, Oregon. BG Gould, where are you? Said, there's no Wayne in the full cast, Boom. What news outlet is he watching? Coy Tran, nice little move there. Bobek will send it out wide there to Andrew. Andrew back to Bobek. Zavi is there. Looking to cross, but puts a boot on it. Caleb Knight once again. Up to this point, he has been outstanding. Anything the Crusaders have hit his way or kicked his way, he's been there to put away. And that ball's going to attack Benyon. Benyon with a nice little touch there. Cranenberg tries to play a through ball to Coy Tran. Nothing doing. Tran, good hustle there. That's going to bring up a goal kick now for the challengers. And every waning moment that passes gets us closer to halftime, and you might see some serious excitement out of the boys from Cascade Christian if this thing's all tied up 0-0 going into half. Johnny McCoy. There's a nice little header there. Crusaders trying to get out in front. There's a whistle and blown dead. Infraction against Cody Reese. Can't fault the youngster for being aggressive. Tran with a nice little touch there to Cranenberg. Cranenberg surveying. Good job there by the defensive Cascade to get in front and make them stop. Bobek, Sternenberg, kind of an accidental, worked out kind of deal. Bobek has it. Shot on. Oh, just wide. Looks like maybe Cascade just got a piece of it, so it's going to bring up another corner here for the Crusaders. Far post. Bobek there. Caleb Knight, though, says, give me that. Caleb Knight to clear. There's a little chip shot forward. St. Mary's clears there. Charlie. David. The exchange student from Nicaragua. Now Cranenberg takes it away. He's going to throw it or kick it to Sternenberg, who's streaking. Now to Coop. Coop looking for some help there. Cascade's going to be whistled for the infraction. That's going to bring up a free kick from close distance here. Really put the pressure on this Cascade Christian defense and Caleb Knight. So far tonight, though, have been up to the task. Cooper Hopkins to play it in. He's going to drop it to Bobek, who now gets a shot on. Caleb Knight there again. Bobek sent a rifle in there. Milan said That one hurt the ball, I think. Caleb Knight, though, right place, right time again. And we're still all tied up 0-0. Another corner coming up here for the Crusaders. Going to go far post with it. Nobody home. Sternenberg chases it down. Nate's going to drop it back now to Zavi. And that's going to be a throw-in here for the Crusaders as we inch our way closer to halftime. Probably only about 3 minutes left. And there's a whistle that goes against the Crusaders. Good defense there, converging by the Crusaders. JT Knobloch Scott able to punch it away. He's hustling after it. Reitman to track it down for the Crusaders. Play it forward. That's going to go out off of Andrew's left kneecap on the touch. Cascade's got something going here. There's a good throw-in. David tried to one-touch around the defense, but unable to do so as the St. Mary's defense is up to the task. Now that one gets away from the St. Mary's defense. Cascade takes possession. Holderman will come out, though, and that ball's kicked towards the net, towards the goal. Coy Tran was hustling after that one, but unable to track it down. Cascade Christian now with a throw-in. Johnny McCoy says, let me have that, I'll throw it in. Kind of a short hop that Benyon kind of drop kicks into the first row. McCoy to throw it in again for the challengers. He'll drop it back. McCoy controls. Dribbles with his right foot, tries to go through a defender. Cooper does a nice job keeping it in. Benyon hustling. Bobek looking to make one more push before this halftime whistle comes. Charlie Milan. Stillwell, Zavi, or Javi. Bobek with a nice header there. Benyon has control. Good job by David. Bobek looking for space. Surveying. Directing. There's a cross. Controlled by Cranenberg. Shot on and in! Will Cranenberg. And the Crusaders get on the board here. Keep applying pressure, you keep applying pressure, keep applying pressure. Sooner or later, something good's going to happen. And it did right there for Cranenberg. Let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. Bobek takes it out wide. Out wide. Zavi, you'd see the Cascade Christian people, they thought he was off. There's that little cross. Cranenberg controls. One touch. Bang. Back of the net. St. Mary's threatening here again. Sternenberg stops the momentum. Bring it back. There's a little left-footed chip. Slash cross. Coy Tran chases it down. Cascade clears. Benyon to throw it in. Can't be much time left here in the first half. Bobek, he's got some room. Fires a shot. Good job there by the Cascade Christian defense. Converging. Bring up a corner. And it's a good one, but nobody home for there for the Crusaders. Oh. No. Player for Cascade down. And he might not get up for a couple minutes. Believe me when I say take your time. We're going to take a quick break with them. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors. Well, he's back up on his feet. Tell he's still hurting. So St. Mary's got their one goal. They lead 1-0 late in the half. And JT Knobloch Scott is chasing after it. JT with the big leg, the place kicker, and that will do it for the first half. St. Mary's knocked on the door 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, a bunch of times. Finally got one to go there late in the first half. Will Cranenberg from Xavier Warfield, and that's where we stand. Crusaders 1, Challengers 0. But for Cascade, remember, they lost to St. Mary's earlier in the season, 7-0. So playing 38 minutes, 39 minutes at a standstill to a draw against a team that already beat you 7-0. Good game plan. Hats off to that Cascade Christian staff and their kids in the first half for coming out and executing a game plan, making some adjustments from that first match. St. Mary's had opportunities, just couldn't put it in the back of the net. And I think if you had asked Coach Issa Tia Tutu, got to be a little sharper. Passing the ball, obviously around the net and finishing. And that's really when the St. Mary's team is rolling. It's when they're sharing the ball. They're making that extra pass. Defensively, obviously, did a very nice job. Cascade had a couple opportunities, but for the most part, they held that Cascade offense in check. But like Coach McCoy for Cascade said, hey, we're going to try to, pack it in on the defensive end. And to their credit, so far they've done that, and they find themselves in a really competitive match here, headed to the second half. Which I think that was their game plan coming into this thing, and try to keep it as close as long as we can. And they've done a great job at doing that. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here at half. When we come back, we're going to have second half actions. Well, thoughts on the first half, second half thoughts. What's going to need to happen for these two teams to try to come away with a win. And then ultimately, we'll have some second half soccer for you. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for joining us here on TableRockSports.net. We'll be right back after this quick word from St. Mary's High School.
What is education? Is it desks and a line? Is it reading from a textbook? Or should it be something more?
St. Mary's is a really special place, and it's hard to understand that unless you visit, unless you spend time here.
And the kids here are just wonderful.
It makes teaching easy because they want to learn and they're very respectful.
They care about each other. They know how to collaborate and work together. They know how to figure out complex problems.
They respond to enthusiasm and they develop their own enthusiasm, which is something that I feed off as a teacher.
We care for them as a whole, as an individual. It's not just about my subject. We care about all parts of that student.
One of the benefits of our project-based learning program in the middle school is that students are able to take what they're learning and make something really creative and inventive and exciting, and they're also very invested in it because it's real to them.
The students really get involved and get to learn problem solving through a hands-on approach. Through our mod system, they can take an engineering class and see if it's for them, but then maybe realize that they want to do something a little more creative and then take some art classes and find out that architecture might be their thing.
This is education for the 21st century. Our programming is designed to teach people to think outside the box.
This year we have students from 11 different countries, plus all of our American students, so we're an international campus. Students learn from each other. Local students learn from students who come to go to school here. In the classrooms, they really add to what is happening, and that benefits the local students.
A great education is more than just what happens inside the classroom. It's what happens when students learn about competition, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose. It's about learning how to become who they need to become. I think what's most important about this is that you know that kid sitting in front of you, you see them as an individual, and you understand that you can have an impact on their life and inspire them to find out something about themselves that they didn't know existed, and that they can leave the school and they can go off and do some great things with their lives, whatever that may be. I feel like we're doing something pretty special and spectacular at this place. It's so inspiring, not only for myself, these students, but for everybody who works here, for everybody who comes here. To be part of St. Mary's is something that is truly extraordinary.
Let's go!
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial.
Sorry for being late here to start the second half, but when the athletic director of St. Mary's wants to talk to you, you got to listen. So, AD Jamie Young was giving me the rundown on the St. Mary's football game from Friday. Got to catch my breath. Man, I got to get on the Stairmaster. Jeez. No, it's a little wet outside, so it's tough negotiating up those stairs, and I got these little drawstrings on the bottom of my sweats. Somehow I took the left drawstring from my left sweatpant, and it wrapped around my right shoe, and I was in no man's land. Cascade looking to be a little bit more forceful with their attack offensively here to start the second half. But St. Mary's played Hidden Valley pretty tough last week, the #1 team in the state of Oregon at the 3A ranks. Had it to 35-20 there midway through the third quarter. And scored back-to-back times, and it's not like a couple mental mistakes really took St. Mary's out of a couple things early. They got Hidden Valley to have to punt early in the game in the first drive, but lined up a neutral zone infraction on the punt. So they were going to get the ball after getting Hidden Valley off the field and line up in the neutral zone, and then ultimately Hidden Valley went on a sustained drive after that to get their first score, but got up 35-6. St. Mary's came all the way back. They won the second half. They kept the Hidden Valley starters in the entire game. At one point, cut the score to 35-20, and they went toe-to-toe with those guys. And I think if those guys were to see them again in November, if the Crusaders were to see them again in November, it might be a different outcome. You never know. It's always nice being able to have faced that top team in the state early in the year, so you have a gauge, you understand, and you have something to work towards. So I'm sure that Coach Jamie Young will continue to have his kids make strides, continue to get better throughout the season, and now you got something to shoot for, so to say. And Cascade coming up. I know they have Brookings this week, who's undefeated. And they'll pose a big threat as they're a good ball club. And so, and I know Cascade, St. Mary's, I think that's November 1st. That ought to be a good one, too. Maybe for the first time in a long time. Coach Young didn't say this or anything, so don't quote me. There's a nice ball. Cascade Christian out in front. St. Mary's will clear. But this didn't come from a St. Mary's person, so don't use it as bulletin board material. But in my humble opinion, watching them both kind of play so far this year, for the first time, I think St. Mary's can line up and feel comfortable in going toe-to-toe with the challengers, who's like been the University of Cascade Christian over the past few years, and have a lot of friends on that staff as well. So it ought to be interesting. Same night as that Black and Blue Bowl, the Holy Bowl, Cascade Christian St. Mary's. It sure would be nice if they played that Cascade Christian and St. Mary's football game on the 2nd, that Saturday. Used to be that way at Spiegelberg Stadium. Saturday night, they'd play that. And I used to love to go to that when I was a youngster. Back in the days of Mauer versus Mauer. Dick versus Andy. And, man, it was fun to watch those games. Corner here for the challengers as they look to find the equalizer. Here it comes. Bobek clears. Will go out. So a throw in coming up for the challengers. Kranenberg controls. Kind of flip it up. Johnny McCoy will step in front, play it off the left shin. McCoy coming up from that center back. Will take it away there. Looking for daylight. Will dribble to his right. And the challengers are going to have a free kick at about the 16, 17-yard line. So 27 yards or so away from pay dirt. McCoy looks like he wants to play it in for Cascade, who leads the challengers in goals this year with 9 on the season. St. Mary's builds the wall there in front. Hunter Holderman. McCoy goes upstairs and a little too high. Luke Binion. Nate Sternenberg. Back to Binion, who kind of does a pirouette at midfield. We'll send it out wide to Coy Tran, but challengers are there. Comes a streaking Sternenberg, almost steps in front of the pass. Binion dribbles through one, tries to go through two, but challengers are there. Fancy little footwork there from the challengers. Cooper. Zavi. Milan. Bobek plays a beautiful little chip shot. Cascade looks to clear. Andrew is there. That's going to go out off of Cascade and a throw in for the challengers. Will Kranenberg. Beautiful little pass there to Binion. It's going to go off the side of a challenger's foot. Kranenberg. Sternenberg. The Coop. Off of Will. Charlie's going to drop it back to Milan. Bobek sends it out wide to Javi. Javi sent it in there, and Caleb Knight there for the challengers. Hustling is Cascade. One touch, trying to get out in front. Great play there from Charlie. Will Kranenberg. Coy Tran. Back to Kranenberg. Drop it to Binion. Back to Will. Now back to Andrew. Andrew will send it out here to Stillwell. Noah. To Javi. Bobek back to Javi. Cascade. Took possession for a second. Now Stillwell comes charging up. Throw in here for the Crusaders. Good play there by David. Cranenberg. Good ball there to the Coop. There's a great ball to Sternenberg. Sternenberg rose, he elevated, he was up there. Everything but the finish. Beautiful ball, though, by the Crusaders. Great execution, everything but. That ball squirts away. Cascade has it. They got a numbers advantage here if they can make one pass, unable to do so. Cranenberg will drop it back. Luke Binion. Nice pass there from Andrew to Cranenberg. Cranenberg will send it out wide here to Bobeck. Bobeck going deep to Nathan. Nate turns. Round one. There's a cross. Cooper there. Goal. Crusaders. The Coop. Cooper Hopkins puts it in the back of the net on a beautiful cross from that Crusader offense, and St. Mary's will take a 2-0 lead here early in the second half. Let's take a look at that replay. Picture perfect soccer right here. So Bobeck with the deep ball. Sternenberg controls it. Beautiful control. And then Coy Tran on the cross. Cooper Hopkins there for the finish. 2-0 Crusaders lead on a beautiful execution and great play from start to finish. Cascade hustling. Hobby tries to chip it over him. Hopkins sends it out wide to Javi. Bobeck tries to split two. Challenger's there, though. Going to go around one is Havner. Charlie will swing it wide. Binion has it. Surveying. Now Sternenberg drops it back to Luke. Off the side of the foot. Looks like the Coop kept it alive, but right to the Challengers defender as they try to move the ball and advance it forward. Try to get something going on the attack. That's going to roll all the way down to Mr. Holderman, Hunter. Who's played a brilliant game in net today for the Crusaders. Nice little spin move, stutter step there to his left. Goes Reese, and now he spins back. And a shot on past the diving arms of Holderman. And there was a touch. Hunter Holderman, a beautiful job of laying out there and just getting a piece of that one. Tough to see from this angle how close it would have been. Well, that's going to bring up a corner here for the challengers of Cascade Christian. And a chance here for the Crusaders. That's going to go way up high and over. McCoy was trying to get a big old swing with that left foot at it, but it just went off the wrong part of his foot up into the jet stream there. And the Crusaders have a goal kick. Now turn it back over their own territory, but little shot on there. There was kind of a tricky little hop in the wet ground. Into the match for the first time, J.J. Thomas for Cascade Christian. Zavi kind of plays a weird little chip spinner cross thing the outside of his foot. Caleb Knight does a good job of tracking it down, getting in front. Cascade will step in front of that one. Good hustle there by Andrew getting in front of that one. Javi hustles, but that's going to go out. Throw in here for the challengers. Good job controlling there by the Coop. He'll drop it back to Cranenberg. Will send it out wide. It's Freddie Hong into the match for the Crusaders here with some action. Probably one of my favorite names to call out of all the games that I do. Freddie Hong. Hunter Holderman will come out, then he'll back up, let it come into the box, so then he can pick it up and throw it. Seems like a quarterback at heart. Why kick it when I can throw it? Bobeck, nice ball there to Sternenberg. Good touch from Cranenberg. Sternenberg with an opportunity. Great play there. Shot on. Great job by the defense there. Cascade Christian comes up big in front of the net. Cooper Hopkins there again. The Coop. Goal number 2. And the Crusaders take a 3-0 advantage, which is great. All-out effort both ways there. Great runs. Great goalkeeping. Great job by the defense to pick up for the keeper out of the box. And ultimately, Coop gets that left foot on the ball and puts it in the back of the net for the Crusaders, who take a 3-0 advantage. See if I got that one on replay. That'll be a fun-filled replay there. It all started again with Bobeck with that beautiful ball to Sternenberg, then Cranenberg, the touch. Sternenberg, nothing there for the Coop. It comes all the way back. Then the left foot, just excuse me if you will, and said a hello. Goal number 3, number 2 on the day for the freshman, Cooper Hopkins, who I've dubbed the nickname Coop. The real original, right, Boom? Yeah, the third. Call somebody Coop that has the name Cooper. St. Mary's now takes a 3-0 lead here about 25 minutes into the second half. 20 minutes into the second, halfway through here in the second half. So about 20 minutes left to be played. Great play there by Cranenberg, anticipating. Good ball there from JJ Thomas. Reese trying to get through the defender. Charlie, though, done a nice job. Now Sternenberg. He'll pass it to Freddie Hong, who loses it there. Cascade now trying to get something going towards the net. And the challengers will be whistled for the infraction. And we're back here. Sorry about that. I had to take a little break. Sternenberg Good job converging there by the Crusader defense. Milan looked like he was going to wind one up from deep. We'll go ahead and make the pass, and then kind of gets away from the Crusaders. Challengers trying to clear. Johnny McCoy able to do so on a beautiful ball. Hustling is Reese, and the Crusaders will play it out. Great ball there by Johnny McCoy. Turn from a clear to like a great outlet pass to like, oh, we got to clear this thing because we're in trouble here. Cranenberg, nice little stop and go there. Ooh, nice ball. Not far side. Good defense there by the challengers, though. They rise to the occasion. JJ with good defense there. JJ Thomas. The senior. And that time he'll get whistled for the infraction. There's a beautiful boot from Bobek. Oh. We get a penalty on Cascade. There's going to be a PK here for the Crusaders. Folks, excuse me, guys. Is there any way we can get you guys, excuse me, umbrella, is there any way we can get you guys, we can't get the table rock shot. Sorry. Thank you. All right, now we got the shot. The Coop going for a hat trick here. Cooper Hopkins looking for his third goal of the match. Just a freshman. Here it comes, and it's just a little high. So that one goes for naught. Johnny McCoy powers one up the field. Cranenberg now with possession. He'll drop it to Bobek, who nice little touch and spin there from the senior captain. Cranenberg now has it and drops it to Bobek. Bobek back to Coop. Sternenberg looks like he had it. Like about three different guys could have scored on that play. That's what I'm talking about, though. And St. Mary's is going good. They're making the extra pass. And you can see really a concerted effort by this team here in the second half. Let's be extra unselfish, and not that they were being selfish in the first half, but just that extra pass. Instead of firing away on that first good shot, you see continue to work and pass the ball to try to get that even better one. And that's been on display here in the second half. And I think a lot of what happened in the first half you can attribute to Cascade Christian and how they played defensively. But once that first goal was scored by the Crusaders, kind of freed up the Crusaders to be freewheeling. Now Cranenberg out in front. Nice little ball there. Kind of a spin move. And then the ball tried to get through to Cranenberg. Can he get it? He can't. Cascade's going to chase it down there in the corner as they look to clear. Bobeck's going to step in front of that one, lining that left foot up. Knight there, and dives back on top of it. Coop was sniffing that rebound. He wanted that third goal. Bobeck there showed some power, though, with the left foot, which the better competition that the Crusaders are going to play, more and more teams that they play are going to make him have to go to that left. Here he wants to spin back to the right. Now he'll come back to the left. Try to drop it through to Cooper, but the defense converges. Nice job there by the challengers. Cascade looking to clear. Nice ball there. Beautiful ball there from Bobeck to Hopkins. Good job on the defensive end there, knocking that away from the Coop. Bobeck with the header, and that's going to go off the left upright. Doink. Here with about 9 minutes left to play or so. Give or take. 8 minutes. Crusaders leading 3-0. Cranenberg plays a header to Sternenberg. Sternenberg to Bobeck. Here's a beautiful little chip ball to Sternenberg, who tries to control. Bobeck will play a header. Cranenberg tries to control. Back to Bobeck. Milan Bobeck finds the back of the net. And the Crusaders have taken a commanding 4-0 lead. Great passing. Let's take a look at that replay. Here it is. Ball's kind of popped up. Bobeck plays that beautiful header. Cranenberg controls there and just drops it right to Bobeck, who at that time, Caleb Knight had no chance, as Bobeck puts it in the back of the net. And the Crusaders now have a 4-0 lead. Here we are back to live action. J.J. Thomas going to boot one down the field. Crusaders hustling. Holderman hustling. Good job clearing there from the Crusaders. A little miscommunication, maybe defensively. Almost cost them a goal. That one's going to be kicked to Roosh, right into your living room at home. Throw in coming for the challengers. Charlie's going to kick it back into the stands again. Ooh, nice little move there from JJ. A little stop and go, stutter step and go. Challengers game on the track, but not able to get anything going offensively. Bobeck. Drop it back to Stillwell. Back to Bobeck. Lots of room. He goes with the left. It goes off the back of Cranenberg's leg. Cascade looks to clear. Coop lost his balance. Maybe was tripped. Cascade steps in front. There's a tackle from Cranenberg, and he's going to be whistled for the infraction. So a free kick here for the challengers and Johnny McCoy. It's going to go off Bobeck's shoulder. Looks like we got a handball from all the way in the back. JT Knobloch Scott, place kicker for the football team. Looks like he's got it lined up. There's that big boot. In football, that'd be 3. We'd almost be all tied up. The place kicker on the football team said, hey, I put it between the uprights. I want 3. Good job by Cranenberg to track that errant pass down as he tries to split 2. J.J. Thomas there, though. Challengers hustling back. Can't fault their effort all night. Challengers have played extremely hard and well together. It's just the skill of the St. Mary's team. It's kind of like cream, you know, it rises to the top. Sternenberg now with an opportunity. Takes his time, gets set up, and this is going to go a little wide. Nathan Sternenberg had an opportunity. More times than not, Nate will put that in the back of the net. Unable to do so there. But a good run there from the Crusaders. Here with about 4 minutes left. Crusaders trying to maybe, or Challengers rather, trying to get maybe on the board here. Dominic does a nice job getting in front. Now he's going to come back with it. Try to play a little chip shot over. Knobloch Scott trying to track it down. Now Cranenberg at the midfield. Now to Sternenberg. Sternenberg will send it out wide. Good job there. A little 1-2 Bayou shot on. Caleb Knight there again. Can't be more than a couple minutes left to be played here in the second half. Bobeck controls. Fakes himself out. Milan wanted it back, but I think he's going to be whistled for the infraction. So a free kick coming for the Challengers. Throw in, Will Cranenberg. Nice little move. 1-2. Got you. Little crossover to his left. Now back to his right. Maybe a couple minutes left here at the most in the second half. Looks like the Crusaders are trying to get one more player into the match. Two more players. Sternenberg. Cranenberg. Goes around one. Goes around two. Trying to get a shot off. Squeezes through another. And hits the deck. Johnny McCoy will clear. Andrews there. Charlie to Sternenberg. Bobeck. That's 40 minutes up. Bobeck from distance. And it rolls just by. And we're going to have some new players checking into the match for the Crusaders. Jackson Tran. Is that 9 over there? No. And number 8, Carter Brown. Oh. Dominic just took one right in the chops. Literally. Dominic Lewis has played his heart out all match, and then here in the last couple minutes takes that shot right off the face. And that's too bad. Tran tries to squirt a shot through there. Jackson Tran had a shot on goal. Nothing doing there for the Crusaders. And that will do it. The St. Mary's Crusaders will take this one. The final of 4-0. Cascade came out first 38 minutes, and they went toe-to-toe with one of the top teams in the state. Far cry from where they were the last match when they lost 7-0. So you got to give a lot of credit to the Cascade, the kids from Cascade. They continued to play the entire match, but it was just too much St. Mary's in the end. Cooper Hopkins had 2 goals, almost had 3, and the St. Mary's Crusaders come away with a 4-0 victory here in this Special District 4 matchup. Folks, thank you for joining us at home here on TableRockSports.net. Alongside Caleb Franklin, I am Boomer Marshall saying good night and God bless.